15 people say they're going to go, maybe 5 will actually show up. But keep in mind, if you invite these people every single weekend and even only 2 people show up and you get a wrap on them, word of mouth is going to spread like wildfire. 2 people is a wrap party, you guys. 1 person that you share the business with that you get a wrap on, that is a wrap party. Okay? So about 3 days before your event, you're going to want to hit that event page again and make an announcement, because everybody that you invited will get the notification. So you're going to want to go on that page and let everybody know that you have got wraps on hand, and anybody who would like to be wrapped at the party will personally get a before picture from you. You'll place the wrap, explain what's happening, and then during the party, they're going to keep that wrap on, okay? Because the party generally lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, so it's perfect timing. So what you're going to do is go on that events page, and you're going to post. You guys don't forget this amazing wrap party's coming up. We're going to keep it short and sweet and to the point. But what I want to let you know is that anybody that would like to be wrapped at the party is going to be $25 a piece, and I will wrap you right then and there. If you bring a friend with you, it will be $40 for both of you, $20 a piece. It just kind of gets your people to invite their friends as well. Okay? In that introduction, letting them know about being able to be wrapped for $25, you're going to tell them, if this is something you want to consider, please make sure that you take a shower that morning. Do not use Dove soap, and do not put any lotions or creams or oils on your body in the part where you would like to be wrapped, whether it's your face, your belly, your legs, whatever. Give them those instructions, okay? Make sure that you're sharing this event at least a couple times a day until the day of your party, all right? So now the day of your party, what I need you to have ready is get a big tumbler bottle from Walmart, unless you already have or It Works one. Fill it with ice, fill it with water, and put a bunch of greens in there and shake it up real good and put it in the refrigerator so it's super cold. Have a bunch of little Dixie cups, okay? Because when everybody shows up to your party, you want to have samples of greens for everybody to try. You want them to be nice and cold and mixed great, okay? So you can get it to a good taste and you're not messing with all of that during the party. All right, so once people start showing up to your party, you want to make sure that you have catalogs available for everybody. You also want to make sure that you have your steps to success. Okay, the piece of paper that you got in your starter kit or that you can print off in your e-suites that says, first step is to join the party, second step is to find 3 friends that want to join the business, and the third step is to find 4 people that you want to become a loyal customer. Okay, you want to make sure that you have these steps to success printed off. Have at least the amount of people that are coming and a few more ready. All right, so once we get to that point, what we're going to do, when people start showing up for your wrap party, you're going to greet them with a nice big warm hug, so excited for you to come. Did you want to be wrapped? Okay, if they say yes, have a room designated where you can actually take the people that come for your party. You're going to have them stand just like this, okay, arms out to their sides, and let all their air out. And then you're going to take their before picture, okay? And then you're going to have them stand this way, arms out like this, let all their air out, and you're going to take their side picture, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the wrap on them. Get them wrapped up nice and comfortable, and then on to the next person. Get everybody wrapped, okay? So we make Wrap Cash doing this. Have plenty of wraps on hand, $25 per person to wrap for a face or a body. If they bring a friend, then it would be $20 per person. Okay, so now that everybody's sitting down, you want to make sure that everybody has a catalog. Okay, if you don't have enough catalogs to go around, do the buddy system and have 2 people sitting next to each other, or even 3 with a catalog on the person in the center. All right, they have to have something tangible to be able to look at, flip through the pages, okay? So you're going to start off by letting them know that they have a sample of the greens directly in front of them. While they're tasting the greens, you need to make sure that you hit the key elements about the greens. Okay, what they're tasting is 38 superfoods. Superfoods boost your metabolism up to 300%. Okay, 8 servings of fruits and vegetables. The biggest key seller for our greens is that it's a daily detox. Okay, you guys? So detox equals weight loss. You're going to want to explain what that means. Okay, so you're going to go into the details of greens balances the production in your colon, in your pancreas, the enzymes that break down food, and they're more easily digestible. Okay, make sure you're touching on the key point that our immune system is in our digestive tract, in our gut. That's where our immune system lives. So if we have a balanced digestive tract, okay, you are literally having the equivalent of a flu shot every day that you do 1 serving of your greens, because we're balancing everything. It's an environmental detox, a physical detox, and a mental detox, you guys. Okay, keep in mind that greens also balance our serotonin and our melatonin levels, which helps with our sleep and our wake functions in our brain. Okay, so people who take greens on a regular basis, they sleep better. They have crazy amounts of energy. And balancing the melatonin in our brains allows us to shut down at night when we go to sleep. Okay, so those are some really big key factors. The other thing that I want you to touch base on is that it also balances your acidic levels and your alkaline levels. That's why it says right on the packet, alkaline and balance, acidic levels, whatever. Okay, what that means is this: cancer cannot live in a balanced alkaline and acidic level. Okay, cancer breeds in unbalanced acidic levels in our bodies. So by taking greens every single day, we're balancing those things, and we're combating cancer while we're doing it. Okay, so greens are a huge must-have every day. That's not something that somebody wants to do for 90 days and then stop. This is something that people want to do forever. Okay, so there's a lot of statistics on greens and a lot of proof of what it does. Okay, so once they finish their greens, or at least tasted, and they've asked their questions, we're going to stop for a second, and the people who are wrapping, we're going to look at one of them and say, now you have a wrap on, a bunch of you guys have wraps on, how do you feel? What are you feeling right now? And when they say to you, well, I'm feeling this cool sensation, it's like cold and tingly, you're going to make sure to tell them what they're feeling and what they're smelling is eucalyptus. Let them know the eucalyptus is creating the cold feeling in order to shut down sweat glands. That's why the eucalyptus is there. Okay, that eucalyptus shuts down our sweat glands by tricking our body to think that we're cold. It's like putting icy hat on. So explain to them that's why they're feeling that. And then you're going to go on to explain what's happening while the wrap is on. You want them to, again, have something tangible. So tell them, push on your stomach. Do you feel those little hard balls? Those are calcified fat molecules. And what the wrap is doing while it's on is it's working its way from the first layer of skin through the interstitial tissues. Wraps are not weight loss, you guys. Okay, we can't promote the wraps as inch loss in our verbiage, but that's what the wraps are, to tighten, tone, and firm. They do this by breaking down and liquefying those hard fat molecules through the interstitial tissues to create them to be mobile. So that way, when we drink half our body weight in water in ounces, it keeps the botanicals activated, proven in a lab, so that we continue to shrink for 72 straight hours. And it also flushes that liquefied fat out over 72 hours through the process of elimination. Okay, so you need to keep in mind, wraps are not weight loss. They are meant to tighten, tone, and firm. Yes, they liquefy fat. Yes, we flush it out, but it's only through the interstitial tissues, the first layers of our skin, which causes the elasticity to come back. Let's keep in mind, you guys, It Works has not created a way to stop the aging process. So when somebody asks you, and they will, does it come back? Your first and only response to them is, come back from where? Watch the silence and hear the crickets. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to give the analogy of this. If you go to the gym for 12 months straight, 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. Cut out your carbs, cut out your sugar intake, count your calories. Lose 50 pounds over a year's time. Does it come back? Let them think about that for a minute and try to answer it. Because they're going to come back with, well, yeah, if you stop working out and you start eating what got you there in the first place. That's the same thing with our wraps in our system, okay? We do all of the hard work to get your body where you want it. The way you maintain that weight and the way your body looks is up to them at that point. So at that point, you let them know. Come back from where? You're flushing it down the toilet. So unless it can jump out of the toilet and back onto your body, it's not going to come back unless you go back to the lifestyle that got you there in the first place. It's the same thing with using a tooth whitening strip, okay? You use 1 or 2. You like that your teeth are a lot whiter, but you want them more bright and white, so you need to do another treatment. That's why we do our 90-day challenges, which is 1 complete treatment. Not everybody only needs 1 treatment. Okay, just like the teeth whitening strips. Not everybody only needs 1 whitening treatment. They're going to have to go back to Walmart and they're going to have to buy it the next month to get back where they want to be to. The great thing about the Loyal Customer Program is that you can do 1 90-day program, 90-day challenge. You are a loyal customer for life. You no longer have to do the 90-day challenge anymore. Now it's a month to month until you get to the body, to the person, to the way you want to feel. Okay? At that point, you don't have to do another challenge. But every challenge that we have is for 90 days because that is considered 1 full treatment to get the full effect of our packages and the wraps. Okay? So that's how we're going to explain what's happening while the wrap is on. We're going to go on to explain the fat fighters. Okay? So we all know that when we take our fat fighters, we take them after we eat. There's a reason for that. 90% of the pills that you see, the weight loss pills in Walmart, GNC, it tells you to take them 30 minutes before you eat. The etiology behind that is because 30 minutes before you eat, you take this pill and it starts an overproduction of the enzyme that causes you to poop. Okay? So it will give you diarrhea. With fat fighters, they work in your gut, not your colon. So they are white pants approved. So always have that fat fighter demonstration to show your people at your party. Have the vegetable oil, have a measuring cup or a clear cup full of water, and have a fat fighter that you can crush up right in front of them. Okay, you're going to fill that up with water. You're going to put some vegetable oil on top and explain that's your cheeseburger, and then dump that crushed up fat fighter on top of it so they can watch the fat fighter grab all of that fat and bring it to the bottom of the cup. Okay, that's what's happening in your belly. So after we eat, about 15 to 30 minutes after we eat, we take our fat fighters. They go poof in your stomach. They grab all that fat and carbs and they hold it in a soft ball in your belly until you go to sleep at night and you start peristalsis, the squeezing of your intestines. At which time, that fat and carbs that that ball is holding is now being moved through your digestive tract and again gotten rid of through the process of elimination in the morning. It does not cause cramping. It does not cause diarrhea. Okay? Fat fighters just grabs it and holds it in a nice soft ball and is not eliminated until peristalsis happens. Okay, so we have that amazing demonstration. Always do that demonstration in your wrap parties, guys, okay? So you're going to go over a lot of questions. People are going to have a lot of questions that you can ask your upline and your leaders if you're not sure of the answers. But one thing I definitely want to touch base on, in every party I've ever done, this question is asked. Are you FDA approved? Do not panic. No, we are not FDA approved because we are not a food and we are not a drug. So there is nothing to approve, you guys. We're botanicals. We're plants, okay? And dehydrated fruits and vegetables. We are not a food. We are not a drug. So there is nothing for the FDA to approve for us. Okay, so that's a simple answer for a very simple question. And believe me, they will let you move on from there as soon as you say we're not a food and we're not a drug. So what would they approve? Okay, so that's another question that you can be prepared to answer. So once you've gone over everything, okay, talk about the products. Make sure you're telling people to jump in with their questions. Ask how they're feeling with the wrap on, if they're getting super excited, okay? At the end of the wrap,